Okay, so yeah, good afternoon and good morning, everyone. And let's start today's session with the functions and with the for loop. Again, the revision of a for loop. Now, everyone of you know that we learned about for loop earlier, right?
Mm,
Okay, now for loop is what? It is a kind of iterator. What does it mean? It means that, let's say, if you have to print your name 10 times. If you have to print your name 10 times, how do you print right now? You might think it to write print Sachin. Again, you might write this.
okay.
Okay. So, like this way, you will do this for 10 times. Okay. You will do this for 10 times. And this way, like you'll continue doing it for next like this, then again like this. So this will print 10 times. Or if you have to print any other thing, then that that will also, how it will work, it will basically, you have to write the same thing that number of times to print it 10 times or 11 times or 20 times, correct? But we have we have one other way through which, if you want to print anything multiple times, in that case we use for loop. Okay, we use for loop,
Okay.
which basically in Python terminology known as iterator. Okay, it is known as iterator. Now for that we have one more function which prints something. Means if I want to print my name 5 times, I will write for I in range 0 comma 5. I'll put colon here like this, and then I'll print I. Okay, so this will print the numbers, right? Now how does it happen? Here for is my for loop is basically is a keyword which is a reserved word in Python.
Mm-hmm.
I is your index.
Iterator.
Okay,
No.
I is your index, basically, which will iterate. Means I have written for I in range 0 comma 5. Now understand one thing, that the first number, the 0, is inclusive, whereas the last number is not inclusive, it is exclusive. Okay, means it is minus 1. Okay, so what do I mean by this? That if you write 0 to 5, it will print the numbers from 0 to 4. It will print 5 numbers only, but as it is starting from 0 till 4 number, it will print. Okay, range is a function to print anything. Now how it does, it says for I in 0, print I. Means in I what it will get? 0. Then it will come to 1, it will print 1, then 2, then 2, then 3, 3, then 4, 4, then at 5, 5 is not inclusive. Okay, in the range function the last second number is not inclusive of that. Means it will always be whatever the number written minus 1, till then only it will print. Okay, now this function is very very helpful when you have to iterate over something for a multiple times. Understand? When you have
Yes.
to iterate over something multiple times, then for loop is very very important and useful to use. Now when I talk about a while loop, there are two types of a loop in Python. Okay, one is a for loop, another one is a while loop. Most of the time you use for loop. Now the problem with for loop is, or if I say the disadvantage with for loop is, if your condition will become false, okay, or if your condition is not true, then also it will keep on running, right? It will keep on running. Whereas while says that while I is less than 5, okay, I'm sorry. Now this colon is very important. You see, if I miss the colon, then syntax error it will throw. Okay, if I while I is less than 5, print I. Okay, Though this will give me error because I have not defined the value of I. Let's say I equal to 0. This will again give me error, I know. Now you see, I have not defined any value of I. I have not defined any value of I. I'll stop it here by pressing Control plus C. I'm breaking it. Okay. You see, it has printed 4 multiple times, right? What happened? Until and unless your condition is not true, until and unless your condition is not true, it will keep on printing that number. It's found that I less than 5 means what was less than 5? 4 is less than 5, right? The very
Yeah.
the very next number which is less than 5 was 4. Okay, so it will keep on printing 4 and it will go till infinite. This is known as infinite loop. This is known as infinite loop. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Now another topic or another thing to understand here is the difference between for and while loop. While loop will execute until and unless your condition is true. Okay, until and unless my condition is true, while loop will execute. For loop will execute irrespective of your condition, whether your condition is true or not. Okay, is it true or not? But this will keep on executing. Okay, so you have to make sure this that whenever you write these loops, you should know what kind of loop I am using. Okay, because if you don't know that what kind of loop I am using, it will it might create a hurdle for you to understand the things. Okay, now can every one of you remember the syntax that whenever you write this, after this colon is important and after this 4 space indentation is very important. You see there is still 3 and after that there is a space, which means 4 space is there and then I is there. Okay, so this 4 space indentation is very important here. Okay, now every one of you please try to print 1 to 10 numbers using a for loop.
Okay.
Everyone open your idle, try to
I
print
already.
a number 1 to 10 this. Yeah, Arjun, any question?
So, can you print like you did 0 to 5? Can you also print A to Z?
Nice question. Let's try this. Let me open a new idle. So for I in range A comma Z, it will not print. I'm pretty sure. I'll tell you why. See, it will not print. See, A or Z is what? They are the strings, right? They are my strings. Whereas range function, it accepts only and only integer numbers. Okay, it
So,
accepts
can we do
only and
negative
only
numbers?
integer numbers.
Okay, so can we also do negative numbers like minus 5 to 5?
Yep, you can. You can
Okay.
give a try. Please try and
Okay.
let me know, everyone.
Okay. For I in range minus
Okay.
6 minus 6 comma
I did
7.
it.
I did it.
I did
Oh
1
no,
to
okay,
10.
no, I got a syntax error.
I got 1 to 10 too.
I didn't get 1 to 10. I did minus 6 to 7 because he said to try it out and I got syntax.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. Let me
Because
show
when
it.
you have to define them, maybe.
1 comma 10.
Did you try it like this?
Yeah, no, I did minus 6 to 7 and then
Yeah,
I
you can
changed.
write minus 6 to 7 also. Anything you can write.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot the colon. Sorry, I
Hmm.
forgot the colon. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah, Ira.
because if you do the colon, it gives you
Wait,
automatic.
if you do in range 1 to 10, how come you don't get the last number? For even this, it stops at the number 5. It doesn't do the number 6.
What?
Even if you go -6 to 6.
Yep, let me explain you. Now range function, this has three parameters in it. Start and stop minus 1. Okay, and another one it says steps. Start will be your number whichever you define first time. Arjun, focus here.
Yeah.
Range function has three things: start, stop, minus 1, and steps. Start is something which is your first number, okay, from which everything will run. Stop minus 1 means whatever number you have defined. If you have defined 5, then minus 1 and it will give you 4. Okay, it will give you 4. Understand? So
Yeah.
if you have defined 5 there, it will deduct 1, it will give you 4. Hmm? So that is how this, if you learn, like when you go in a deeper knowledge of a Python, so the way these functions are written, this is the syntax which is defined for this range function. The first parameter, this is known as the arguments in function. This first argument or first parameter will be your start point. The second one will be your s-
Range.
range, stop minus 1. I'll show you one more magic. If you write for I in range 1 comma 10, and here if I write 2, and now if I print I,
Like 2 times.
see 1 3 5 7 9 only. This last one is known as steps. It is known as steps, means after 1 it will skip to step 2. So 1 and 2 means 3. From 3 it will skip to 5. From 5 it will skip to 7, and from 7 it will skip to 9, because 10 minus 1 9, that is its last value to which it has to go. Clear, Ira? Clear, Arjun?
Yes.
Ane, good.
Wait, but how do you, if you want to print only odd numbers, how do you do that?
In that case you have to define it like for I in range, let's say 1 to 20. Now you have to write a if condition with the for loop. Okay, now odd numbers are or odd numbers are what, which are not divisible by, let's say even
2.
numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2, and
Yes.
the rest which are not divisible by 2, they are your odd numbers. Okay, so you will write if I modulus 2 modulus 2 equals to not equal to 0, again put colon.
Can you scroll down on your screen because I can barely see the. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
It's like about to go down.
Now you have to print I. Now you see I
Oh,
got
that's
only
good.
the odd numbers. This is how you can use if and for together. Okay, if and for, this is how you can use together. Now between 1 to 50, everyone try to print even numbers.
Okay. Wait,
Okay,
only.
but I did 1 to 10.
No problem. And as in your homework, if you want, you can note down to try to how you can print prime numbers in Python.
How do you, wait, 1 to 50? How do you define if you want to print only even numbers?
That
So
is your
then,
use case. You gave me the question that you want to print only odd numbers, right? That is, so that
I
you, that is basically comes as per your requirement or as per your thing, that if you want to
I
print
asked
only the
odd numbers. I don't know how to print only even numbers.
Okay, just try.
what, just try what we did for odd number. What are the even numbers and odd
Modulus
number?
2.
First tell me that.
Even numbers are divisible by 2, odd numbers are not.
Great. Now odd numbers are not divisible by 2, so this means the remainder of those will not be 0, right?
Yeah.
But even numbers, the remainder of those will be 0, correct?
Yeah.
Basic mathematics.
Yes.
Now apply this in your program, in the code. I modulus 2, modulus gives us what, remainder. Instead of not equal to, just put double equal to, because here what we are doing, we are using a comparison operator, because whatever
Oh.
the remainder we got from I mod 2, we are comparing it with 0. We are comparing it with 0. That is my actual remainder, whichever I got it. Okay,
Oh, wait. Yeah, I did it. It did it. Okay, it worked.
Ira, good?
I'm good. This is amazing. I
Okay,
like
bye.
this a lot.
So today, as I mentioned yesterday, that we'll do, yeah.
No, I'm just trying to. I
Mhm.
got syntax because I know what I do.
So as I mentioned yesterday, we'll do all those revisions. We'll complete up all those things today, whichever were required, whichever like were required for our Python. Okay. So after this, we have discussed about for loop. We have discussed about while loop. We practiced few things. Now we'll talk about a list little bit. We'll talk about a tuple little bit, and we'll talk about a
Wait, I don't
dictionary.
get how you do odd numbers. How do you do even numbers only?
Again, remainder of even numbers would be what? Zero.
Yeah.
Now,
No, what I wrote is for I in range 1 to 20, and then the colon,
I
and
just
then
had to do 1 to 20 to 2.
no,
hmm,
that's fine. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
and then
Hold on on it.
if I am I like the modulus 2 exclamation mark
That is the problem. Exclamation mark will tell exclamation mark denotes not. It denotes not
uh,
in Python. But you have to print even numbers, which means your remainder should be equal to zero. Even numbers are those when you divide it by 2, the remainder comes 0. Modulus gives you what? It gives you remainder, right? So when you do this, so instead of not equal to, you have to write equal to 0.
so no exclamation mark, just 2 equals.
2 equals because you have to compare it, comparison operators.
No, is there an exclamation mark?
No, no exclamation mark for even numbers.
Okay.
For odd number, you have to put the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark denotes not in Python. Okay,
Print,
This is fun.
wait, print.
guys, I'm repeating myself. Don't try to memorize
Okay, I
any
got
code.
it.
Yeah,
I got it.
okay. So I'm saying don't try to memorize any code. Okay, try to understand the logic. This is doing programming or coding is like mathematics. If you understand the concept, if you understand the logic, it will be you will remember it forever. And if you try to memorize it, you will forget tomorrow only. So don't try to.
No, I'm that kind of person that forgets things
No,
really,
yeah,
really.
yeah, I'm just
I don't even try to remember.
yeah, that's great. Arjun, go ahead.
Wait, I'm just texting you something.
No, now you can say it.
Oh, can we have 5 minutes to just like understand and kind of play around with this technique?
You can practice at home.
Okay.
Why are they on mute?
Yeah,
Wait,
we'll
what?
try. Okay, we'll try to cover it up, like cover up the things here. You practice at your home. Let share the screenshot to me if you face any issue. You can just
Okay.
like from you. I already gave my number to you guys, and you can also give like take my number from uh, your mom. Okay, and
Yeah.
you can share the screenshot to me. Okay, okay. Now, so all good with this?
Just a small question.
Go ahead.
What happens if we don't do the homework?
Everyone has this question at least once every single
Why,
class.
why, why do you have this question? That what happened if
Because
you
I'm
don't?
always busy. Because what I do is I try to keep myself busy in the summer. So I schedule things with my friends every single day.
That's fine, but in I think you are awake for around 8 to 9 hours, right?
Now, I wake up at 11 and
And
I go
sleep
to
again.
sleep
It's not even
at 2 a.m. in the morning.
So you are awake for around 14 hours in a day.
Sorta, but 2 hours goes for television. 3 hours goes for school and like other homework that I have no clue why I have to
Yeah,
do.
you can use the 3 hours then for like that.
And then the middle hours go for sleeping. and more lying down and
Well, then
more
how did you have
So
drawing.
no, okay, it's
you have so
whatever.
much time?
Hold on,
Like,
everyone. Whatever it is, I would say that try to find out 30 more minutes. If you find out 30 minutes every day for so five for 5 days,
No, because
you'll have
no,
6 hours.
my homework is my mom makes me do homework, right? So then after that I have guitar homework, then I have Kumon, then I have French, then I have like I do too many things to count.
I'm
And then
gonna
I
start
come
learning
upstairs.
Spanish.
And then I come upstairs and then
I
I
don't.
like lie down on the bed and I draw a lot. So I draw while I just sit.
But then
That's
also you
fine.
can't.
That's fine, Ira. But still, you have to. Every one of you have to find a time to do this homework also. We are doing other homework, right? So parallelly, we have to do this. No excuses for that. You can take more time. Definitely, you can take more time. You can do it by tomorrow, by next Friday. But you have to do it. Okay. So there's no excuses
Okay.
for homework. Yeah.
Do you think schools are gonna start? I don't think they are. Like, I mean, they're gonna start and then they're gonna stop. Cause
Okay, guys. Let's come to the new topic and the next thing.
Python. We need to do the Python. Come on,
Yep.
mates.
Now
Oh
we
no,
know
I just
that,
want to
really,
do Python.
guys.
really,
Everyone, go on
Yeah.
mute, please. Good. Now we will define the list. Okay, we'll define a list. That is, we have we know that we'll define a list by the square brackets. Now this is a list of colors. This is a list of colors. Okay, let's take it this list here and let me paste it here. Now this is a list of colors. We know that the first index or the first element of this list starts from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. If I have to access orange, okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. This is this one, okay. So if I will do colors of 3, this will print me orange. If I do colors of 5, this will print me purple. Means every index element of list, we already learned about this, but I am doing this for a revision. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. If I have to find the number of elements in this, so I will write length of colors. Yep, sorry, not complete length, len. This is a function which checks how many colors or how many elements are there inside this list. Okay, so we have 3, 5, 7, 3, 10, 10 colors. So it has printed this 10. List length of list is 10. Okay, 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 great. Now when I, apart from this, list has more functions where you can add the elements to the list, you can remove the elements from the list. Okay, like if you have to add anything to list, so you do colors dot append. Append is a method to do this. If you don't remember, if you cannot remember it, try to write it down somewhere, okay, so that you don't forget. Though I will provide you guys a note in which it will like be written that what all this means, but still, if you want, you can do that. Now let's say which color is missing. Let's say black. And if I write colors dot append black, okay, so this will give me the, and now if I print colors, you see at the end black has been added. Okay, at the end black has been added. So any append means that you basically, append means the element is added at the end of the list. Okay, and list can have duplicate elements. Means if I do colors dot append, yellow is already there in that list. Okay, Ira, focus here. Colors dot append yellow is already there, but if I add it still, sorry, I put up wrong bracket. Colors dot append yellow, and now if I print colors, you see yellow was there, but again yellow is added. Okay, the reason, because what here, list can have duplicate elements. List can have duplicate elements. I don't know what is there to laugh here. Is it something funny, Arjun? Great. Now their list dot append will add any element to my list. Okay, at the end of the list. Apart from that, there are list can have duplicate elements. Okay, now if I define the same thing, if I, is it clear to everyone whatever we learned till now? We can calculate the length of list, we can access any element or any index of the list via this way. Okay, yes, Ane?
I actually learned this before, like in a different Udemy course. So yeah,
Oh,
it's good to refresh.
okay, yeah. Now let's say if I define colors equal to tuple. Okay, and in tuple I will write, tuples are defined by parentheses. Okay, as I mentioned yesterday also, tuples are defined by parentheses. Now if I access the first element of this, it will give me 0 1 red. Okay, second will give me black. What if I try to access third element? It will give me an error. Okay, it will give an error that name color is not defined. Sorry, my bad. Colors 3, if you give, it will give tuple index out of range, means you're trying to access an element which is not there only, which is not there only. Okay, Ira? Okay, Arjun? Great. Now tuples cannot have duplicate value, means if you try, rather the size of tuples is always fixed. Okay, the size of tuple is always fixed. You can add the element to list, you can remove the element from list. Arjun, I'll come to you 2 minutes. You can add the element to list, you can remove the element from list, but you cannot do the same from tuple. You cannot do the same from tuple. That is why lists are known as mutable. They are known as mutable, whereas tuples are known as immutable. Means mutable is something which you can change. Okay, immutable is something which you cannot change. Okay,
Yeah.
Arjun, go ahead.
So I had a question. But why can you not put colors three? Like black is there. Black is the third.
As I mentioned, always the first element, the first index starts with 0.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, it's list and tuple, it starts with 0. Okay, if you
Okay.
try to find out something which is beyond its length, means which is not in its length, then what will happen, that it will throw an error, index out of range error. Okay,
Okay, okay.
great. Now any questions here, Ira, Ane?
No,
Yeah, Ira,
Hmm?
anything to ask?
No, just a little. Um, okay. So when you say colors 3 orange, you have to write out all the colors, like color number 1 is red, color number 2 is yellow, color number 3, before you can actually do it.
Sorry, colors, can you come again?
Do you have to write color number 1 is red, color number 2 is
No,
yellow, blue,
no,
all the way down?
no, I haven't written it, right? I'm trying to print it when this is my tuple. This is my tuple in which if I want to access the element which is at first position. Then I will write colors of 1 means whatever the variable name in which my tuple is defined for that and position 1. This I am printing it. Okay. Now let's try to do one more thing before I come to very interesting program.
That
What
was
is
fun.
happening?
It's like
Okay, let's say that we have defined colors equal to list and black, red and white. Now I want to print each of these elements inside list, inside colors list. I want to print each of these colors or each of these element. What I will do? Focus here guys. Don't write on your keyboard first. I will write for I have to iterate over each and every element, right? First this, and then this, right? For I in colors means to which element I have to access from this, correct? I have to access from this element. So I will write for any of my index. You can instead of I, you can write J, you can write your name, doesn't matter. Okay, you can write anything. In colors, as per syntax, colon is there. Arjun, if you don't want to focus, s- so tell me anything wrong.
No.
The next program I am going to ask you. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. For I in colors, and now I will do print I. Now you see it will print each and every element one by one. Okay, it will print each and every element one by one. Now what will happen if I write the similar thing in tuple? What will happen if I write the similar thing in tuple and if I have to print this? How will I print it, Arjun?
My mom is talking. I cannot hear good. Could you repeat? Wait, I'm just going
I
to put
have
that.
Ira. Go ahead. How will I print this?
You
Okay, I'm
write,
back.
you write, then you write for I in colors. Then you write print I.
And why will I do that?
Because I means list or like any name. You can do anything, but for I, you're basically saying that whenever someone writes I or any name, those three colors should show up in a list.
What will happen now?
Hmm? Are you asking me or
Yeah,
you?
you.
Um, that means you've given each number a value.
No. Now I have defined another list which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can write for k in values, print k, and it will print all the values. What I'm trying to
Yeah,
say here is that for is iterator, for is a loop. Okay. Now for this loop, any of your list or tuple, if you want to print each and every element of your list or your tuple, okay, in that case, uh, if you will print these index element, it will print each and every element or each and every number for this. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, now let's try to run another program which will give something interesting to us. Now this program, we are importing turtle and we are drawing something from pen. We are setting up a background color as black. The speed will be 0 and we want to print 10 sides. Each side has some color. and we are printing it 360 times. In range we have defined 360. Okay, so we are printing it 360 times. And here how we are doing the pen color, like these we are applying that. Okay, for every time like do move forward by multiplying. Let's say here it will come 0, okay, or 1. So 1 into 3, then, and the sides, how many sides we have? 10. 10 plus 1, 1 into 3, 3 divided by 11, this side it has to move. Okay, let me write it down. Getting it?
No,
No,
no.
you can see this diagram, right?
Yeah, I can see it, but I don't get what you explained.
Ira. Okay, now Ane. Great.
Can you share that formula
That
for
code is already
getting
there. That code is already there as a challenge one color spiral. It is already there under this folder in this sample code. It is there in that
wait,
file.
let me just see if I can find it again. My mom's account, right?
Yeah, but before that, I'll give you time to see that. Before that, let me explain it again. The first line, I have imported any module or any library name as turtle, which will draw the things in Python. Okay. The second line, I have created a pen which will draw each and everything. Right. Third line, BG color means background color, and we have defined the color name as black. It will set the color to black. Then I have defined side is it has to print 10 sides. Okay, 10 sides it has to print. I've defined the list of colors, that these are the colors which has to print on each and every side. The first side will have red, second side will have yellow, then we have blue, then we have orange, then we have green, like that. Now let's say if I print here for X in range 10, let's take it a smaller one. And I say pen color will be the colors and X modulus side means 1 modulus 10 will be what? 0. If you divide 1 by 10, it will be 0, right? 1 into 10 is what? 10. The remainder will be 0. You guys are typing or are you guys listening to me?
No, I'm listening.
Arjun,
I
you are
don't
getting?
fully. No,
No,
I don't understand it.
I'm kind of understanding it, and then
I understand like
mm,
color equals that, but and then for I
See
don't
what
understand
this is doing, right? This is colors is what? First tell me what this color is, what?
the list.
The list. Now inside this I want to access a element of a color, right? For that they are using a formula, they are using a trick known as X modulus sides. Means the first value will be what? 0.
Yeah,
Now 0 modulus sides. How many sides I have? 10.
10.
0
So
into
0
10,
modulus
10.
10.
So I'll get 0. So it will,
Yeah,
the value here will come as colors of 0. Okay. Color of
okay.
0 is what? Red. Right?
Yeah,
Now again replace the values here. T dot forward means how much forward it has to move. X means 10, 0. 0 into 3, 0. Now 0 divided by this. Sorry, the value will start from 1. 1 into 3, 3. And side plus 1 means 11. 3 divided by 11. So it has to move this much forward. Okay, one step, assume forward.
okay.
Then left and then width. And now if you run it, you see it has defined this much only. Let me do one more thing. Let me put it in red. You see the color of each and everything is different.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah,
Red, yellow, orange, green, black, whatever we have defined. Every
yes.
time it is starting creating from here and moving in a circular fashion.
Yeah,
Correct? So for that they
yeah,
have defined this thing means, and how they have defined, they have created a list of colors Now for each time the color is changing, right? So each time the different element has to come from color list, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a bit difficult one to understand, but
Yeah.
this program is good because whatever we studied right now, the list, the colors, the for loop and all, it is combination of all those where we are accessing the each and every element also of colors. Okay,
Okay.
let me try to put up one more thing and then we'll see few more designs, you will understand more. Now there is another thing in Python which is known as functions. What is it known as? Functions.
Functions.
Functions are something which are smaller piece of code you write. Okay, when you have a very large code, the gaming code or any other code, you divide those codes into functions. Okay, you divide those codes into functions, means smaller piece of code. It is helpful because if you get any error or any issue, rather than going through and reading all those 1,000 lines, now let's say if you have defined a function, you are writing a program or code to develop a calculator. Okay, now for addition there will be a different function, for subtraction there will be a different, for division there will be a different, for multiplication there will be a different. In future if there is some problem with your code, or if something has to be changed for multiplication, now rather than going over the entire program and looking that, what you will do, you will define the you will directly go to multiplication function, right? And you will just make the changes there.
Yeah.
Ira, getting it? You will define it and you will make the changes only there. Now how you define the functions, you write def, not def, def, which is a keyword, which is a reserved word in Python, which you have to write. And you give your function a name, you can give any name, you can give abc, you can give Ira, you can give Ane, you can give Arjun, any name. Then open and close parenthesis and then colon. And now you can do anything. Now you can write, let's say like this, numbers equal to 1 2 this. Okay, now for I in numbers, print I. And if you run it, if you run it like this, see, if you give the function name, what was my function name? Arjun.
Arjun.
It will print the things for you. Okay, now another way to print here is, now I'll tell you one two more things. Now let's change the function name, okay, so that you guys don't get confused. Let's write it Ira. Now def is a keyword which we have to put, then we write function name. Okay, then we write parenthesis colon, this is the syntax. When you come to next line, the 4 space indentation is very important. Okay, the 4 space indentation has to be followed. You write, let's say we are writing here a program which has a list of numbers and then it is printing those numbers. Okay, so this for I in numbers, print I. Hmm? Print I, save. And if I do this, and now if I just give my function name with parenthesis, it will print those numbers. But this is, I don't want this also to be done. If I can write one more thing, if underscore name this to name this, okay, this is a different thing, let's leave this for now. Okay, but you, now this is what, everyone please turn on your camera. Arjun, Ane.
It's kind of like hard to hear, so remember I privately texted
Yep,
you?
okay, fine. Now this is known as your function definition, means where you have defined a function and you have defined what it has to do. Okay, if it is an addition function, let's say if it is a function to add two numbers, okay, or to sum up two numbers, you will write this. You define two numbers here, okay, and you write print a plus b, correct? This function is for addition of two numbers. So you define the function, you write what it has to do, and this, where you call this function.
It would be an error because you didn't assign to literal.
Now the one which you write here, add and then parenthesis, this is known as calling a function. Okay, this is known as calling a function. Now you see add, and this has 3. Now there is one more way. What if you don't want to give this value here? What if your value keeps on changing, right? Right now when you are developing a calculator, it is not possible that every time you are adding a 1 and 2, correct? Every time you are adding 1 and 2 is not possible. Your requirement will change. So you pass these parameters in it. What do? Inside this bracket you pass the parameters. Era, focus here. You pass the parameters in this. This is known as parameters or arguments in function. Okay, now when you run this, at that time you give the value. At that time you give the value. This is known as a call by value function. And now you see I get 4 plus 5 9. What I have written, two line of a function, and I get 4 plus 5 9. Getting it? Are we good? Are we all on the same page?
Kind of. Like I understood the add and then the B, but I didn't understand. Like actually, yeah, no, I understood. I understood. I understood.
Great. Now let's look over few more, look towards few more things.
Uh, I went to go see the drive, and it says I can't open the files because I need to download them. See no
No, no, no,
preview.
no. Yeah, either you have to download that, but you can access it, right? So what I am
Yeah.
doing is that I am using a text editor actually. I am using a text editor. So with that it is doing. Now guys, see this program. First let me run it and then you see what it is doing. Okay. Now you see it has asked me here, enter a number of sites between 2 and 3. Let me do 4.
6.
Okay. It is
Wow.
printing something, right? Correct? Now let's try to evaluate.
Um,
Huh? Huh?
can you please share the formula so then I actually can save it? Because I can't download it for some reason.
I'll
It
share
won't
it.
let me.
I'll share it over your email by tomorrow morning or by today
I
morning.
don't see the Google Drive.
Okay,
The
and I'll give you the access.
This looks amazing, honestly.
Now, guys, understand this program again. We have used import turtle. Okay, turtle is what? For drawing anything. Now, after this, I am using turtle dot pen. Okay, turtle dot pen, which is used to draw anything. Then bg color means what? Background color, which I'm setting up a black background. Okay, now after that I am doing what? That I have defined a variable name as sites, in which I'm asking a user what number of sites you want. Okay, how many sites you want between 2 and 6. Okay, so user will give me between 2 and 6 whatever number he wants, he will print it. I have again defined a list of colors, and I'm using these same formulas from where first I will checking, I'm accessing the list, I'm accessing the color. Okay, whatever the number will come here, I am accessing the color, and then I am doing what, I am moving it forward and left and setting up a width. So you see, again it came here, again it is asking the site to me. It will not run until unless you will not print sites. If I print 5 this time, and you see,
Print. Can you print 2?
Two sides. Impressive. Like a next level, you know.
getting it?
Yeah.
Let's see what will happen if I print 1.
Syntax error. 1 is not defined. Wee.
Let's see now what will happen if I print 6.
Easy claps, easy dubs.
Getting?
Yeah.
Great. Now I have few more which I'll show to you guys. Now this entire program is same. Okay, everything we are doing same. Here we are checking. Here we are taking that I have written also, ask user for number of circles in their rosette. Default to 6 means by default it will be 6. Otherwise, if user put anything, so it will change. So let me run it. See how many circles in your rosette. Let's say I say 2. So it will give like this. Okay,
Do 6.
let me do 6.
Oh.
Let me do 8.
Oh, that's advanced level.
What happens if you do 20? Do you have a specific?
Try 20.
Yeah,
What
I'm
you
doing
have to
that.
go to?
I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Okay. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks like a
So
slinky.
it just
Yeah.
it's just gonna keep giving the things. So no matter what, it's just gonna keep
Do
giving
you
the
have
things.
these programs on the Google Drive? Do you have the programs on the Google Drive?
Yeah, but you need to download it
Yeah,
to
they are
access
they are
it.
there.
I
They are
tried.
there. If you go and if you download it from the drive, okay, I'm using an online text editor. So either you can open it via the texteditor.co. How you do that? When you double click there, so you can search for connect more apps and you can search for text editor.
Okay.
Okay. So Google will give you those options. Now, guys, I have few more things which I will discuss. Like the basic one, I'll discuss next time. But I had one more thing. Yep, I had one guessing game. Okay, let me show you this. So as I promised that we'll do some cool things we'll try to do some cool things every day. So before the end of the sessions, I'll do that. Command
When does class end?
sooner. Don't worry.
11:20.
Now this is a guessing game where we are using a module name as random. Random module, what does it do? It prints, it gives any random number. Okay, it prints or it gives any random number. Now here we have defined a variable name as the number, the underscore number, and I am printing that any number between 1 and 10. Okay, any number between 1 and 10 it will say. What you have to do, that you as a user have to guess any number between 1 and 10. And if your number which you have guessed that is equal to the underscore number, it will print guess was too high, try again. Okay, it less, it will print guess was too low, again it will say guess again. Okay, now let's try to execute this. Now guess a number between 1 and 10. Arjun, guess any
4.
number.
4.
So it was 4 was too high, try again, guess again. Ira,
2. Oh, sorry.
5. Ira, 5 or 2?
We'll do 2 then, if you said first.
Huh?
It was your turn.
You said 2 first.
Okay.
It was your
I'll go with
Yeah,
One. Yay!
1 was the
I
number,
win.
you win.
Win.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, but it is between, so it cannot be 1 actually. It should
Huh?
5.
It's between. Shouldn't it only be 2 and 9?
No, inclusive of both, 1 and 10 both.
Oh, sorry. Then I'm thinking of from.
Yep.
3. Oh, what?
4.
Hey, 4.
Okay, and again 1. Okay, so this is a guessing game. Okay, now guys, the important thing to understand here is that it looks to be fun, but think out of your creativity that how you can enhance it more. Okay, how you can improve it more. Okay, whatever I could write, I have written it for you, but you see that okay, this is a import random. Now you understand what does each and every line you have to understand. Okay, because until and unless you guys don't understand each and every line, Ira, focus here. Until unless you guys don't understand that each and every line here, this is just a normal English kind of things for you. Okay, you don't understand that okay, what these line means, what does guess means here, what does int means here. So it is not no use for you. Okay, so I would say whenever you are practicing, first read this program thoroughly. If you face any issue anywhere at any like any line, if you think that okay, I don't understand this, either mark it up or share the screenshot to me. Write down over the WhatsApp that okay, I am facing the issue, or share or shoot out an email to me. I'm active on my emails also. You guys know that I reply to you guys immediately. So I'm active on my emails also most of the time. So I will reply to you over email or WhatsApp, anything you can write down to me, so that you
Send me
can.
the link. Send me the link.
Which link?
Like the Google Drive link where you did.
I'll give you the access. Yeah. Now this, so understand these things. Next class, I'll ask you guys what does these program, what does these things mean. Okay. So anything else which has to be the cover up? Let me just check it up quickly. So there were a few more things which I have to teach, but probably I'll teach it. Like probably we'll learn those things in the next session. Let's just check this last one. Okay, this last one you guys try to understand on your own, but I will tell you that I'll show you that how it works. Okay,
That looks cool.
okay. So these are the few things which you can create, which you can draw. We'll look more for the more things. We'll try to learn more things. Okay. For now, we'll end up this class here. And before winding up with the things, let me give access to Ane quickly. If you
Wait, can
don't
I have
have,
access?
you also all think I have given the access to all of you, but let me
Oh,
just
okay,
check
yeah.
it out. Ane, you have access. Okay, you also have access. Ira also have access. Let
Wait,
me.
let me see if I can.
I don't have.
I don't get that option to open it with another thing.
And show me assignment 4 too.
Now I'll ping it. I'll ping this in the chat window.
Sorry about my sister just walked in. So
No, no issues. So this is
I
the chat window.
can't.
this is
I can't.
right.
For some reason, it won't let me like download anything or.
No, now it
Okay.
will allow you to download.
So
Now
let me
the
give you a
link which I have shared, access it via that.
Oh,
Okay.
that just took me to the Python.
Is everybody mute?
It didn't take it where I wanted. Ah! Oh,
Okay.
I fell.
And Ane, your assignment is here. Assignment 4, this one.
Oh yeah. Wait, can we? Since I finished doing everything in the notepad, can I also do assignment?
Assignment 4.
Yeah, you can.
Yay.
Okay, let's start with Ane. Ane,
Hello?
what you have learned today?
Why is everyone? Hello.
Yeah.
It's still not working.
With whose ID you are logged in, Ira?
My mom's, the one that you gave access to.
Okay, no problem. I'll talk to your mom and I'll tell her, let her know that okay, she will help you to access that.
I'll tell her once I go down. Since
Okay.
I'm upstairs currently.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's start with Ane. What you have learned today?
I've learned that you can use for and again I thought for I and range was only in import turtle, but you can use it in normal. And then for number 1 on week 4, why did you give the solution?
Oh, that I have actually I was writing it down so that like after once you have completed I'll do. But so by mistake I didn't erase that.
Fine, I won't use a solution to solve the week 4.
True. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? No. Arjun?
I learned how to do loops. I learned how to print only odd numbers, even numbers. I can print 1 to 100 without a ring, ding, ding. Like I learned a little bit on like BG color. I didn't fully understand the X, but that is okay.
Great. Ira.
I learned that how to make like spiral loops and stuff like that. I also learned that for some reason I can't access the drive. Well, the folders in the drive. No, okay. So some folders I can access, other folders are just like, no, you can't. And I learned how you do the even and vanilla numbers, 1 to 100.
Yeah.
1 to 100. And I also learned like how to do the define a plus, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Today was a fun class.
Great. So we'll have few more things for questions and these stuffs in the coming class, and now we'll talk about programs only, and with those programs we will learn about the things. Okay, and that is because important for us to practice the programs and these stuffs. So please practice. Please try to do assignments. Assignment 3, assignment 4, both are on the drive. I'll share it over email also by tomorrow to everyone. I'll share these programs to all of you. So try to practice, try to understand all these things so that and if any questions, if any doubt, feel free to email me or WhatsApp me. Okay?
The WhatsApp?
Bye.
Like email me, WhatsApp me, anything, whichever is convenient.
Yeah. Bye.
Yep. Okay. Thank you guys.
Last one
Have a
time.
good week ahead.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.